We talked about this on Tuesday. There was a shooting outside a school. A 14-year-old girl and a 46-year-old guard were injured. Leading activists are now asking Governor Pritzker for help. This comes to us from the Patch, Eileen O'Gorman, who is part of Patch staff. A 14-year-old girl shot just outside Wendell Phillips Career Academy in the South Side neighborhood of Bronzeville on Tuesday is expected to make a full recovery. The girl's family said at a press conference. Thank heavens. According to police, a shooter waited outside for classes to be done at the high school and began shooting once a security guard opened the door for students to leave the building. The teenager was struck twice with bullets that ripped through the school door, the girl's grandmother, Jonice Cobb, said. A 46-year-old security guard was also shot multiple times in the arm and taken to University of Chicago Hospital in serious condition. Cobb joined other community leaders outside of St. Sabina Church Wednesday to provide an update on her granddaughter and to call for the shooter to turn themselves in. Now, they haven't found the shooter yet, Jonathan, and isn't it interesting? With all the blue light cameras on every corner in the city, they don't seem to work, but the red light cameras, those work all the time. Priorities.
They find what they want to find and they do what they want to do when they want to do it.
Yep. It's babies killing babies, Cobb said. The woman said she does not know who the shooter is, but has a feeling it is someone her granddaughter's age based on previous gun violence in the neighborhood. Pastor Michael Pfleger also spoke to reporters Wednesday, calling on Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker to declare a state of emergency as gun violence continues to claim young children in the city. St. Sabina's violence prevention program started an online petition to show Pritzker the community's support for the state stepping in. In addition, the church is offering a $5,000 reward for anyone with information leading to an arrest in connection with the shooting. Now, I believe, there have been calls in the past for National Guard to be involved, and of course, the mayor doesn't want that. It'll be interesting to see if Pritzker responds to this. Cobb said she'd like to help the individual who shot her granddaughter. She said she was at a graveyard memorial for her nephew, Edwin Cook, who was shot and killed in 2015 when she heard about the shooting at her granddaughter's school. Wow, how horrifying. This is, and it even says in the article, as horrifying as the news was to hear, Cobb said she is grateful her granddaughter will be able to see another birthday, unlike many other victims of gun violence.
Yes.
Her 15th birthday is next Tuesday. I'm just glad she'll be able to celebrate it, Cobb said. Pfleger did not detail a specific plan or amount of state money he thinks the community needs, but called for more funding for violence prevention programs and a strategic plan to address the issue. National Guard, governor's help versus CPD. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I guess we'll go from the first one. I am not in favor of a National Guard coming in to man our streets. Again, I continue to say that we cannot normalize trauma. So we will have a occupied military force on the corners of Chicago streets that these children will see. They think they're in a third world country.
Yeah.
The funding needs to come. Again, the funding needs to come, not the military. We need the funding, not the military. That's my own personal belief.
I think you're right. And I want to interject, friend of the show, Nimesh Patel, who was one of the organizers for the March for Medicare for All, is a CPD officer, and we've had conversations about this, and he agrees. Hi, Jerry. This is Nimesh. I work as a policeman, and let me say this. A fully funded community center will do more to reduce crime than a fully funded police station. Nimesh, I really, really appreciate your courage sharing that. I would hope and assume a lot of your associates in CPD would agree with you. I know that probably there are many that don't. And the fact that you're, willing to make a public statement this way as a representative of, not a representative, but working as a policeman at CPD makes a big difference towards the problem. Hearing it from a police officer who recognizes that is something that's very, very important.
Yeah, I don't think bringing in the military is the answer. I think the funding needs to come, not the military.
Yeah.
It would just show an occupied force, and that's the problem. We got an occupied force now. We got two occupied forces: the thugs with the gangs and the The mistrust of the police and the police unwilling to police properly. So we have some issues.